That which is cosmic awareness is available. Please proceed.
Today is the 2nd of January, 2019. Will Berlinghof is the voice of cosmic awareness, and Dee Dee is energizer and questioner. Do we have an opening message?
There is indeed an opening message that this awareness would love to deliver at this time. An opening message for the public. That this is the beginning of the new year, 2019. And that this awareness will say immediately that this will be a very eventful year. A very challenging year to many. But also a year that will provide new awareness, new insight, new understanding into the reality that is life upon this planet. Not only life in a general way, but life in terms of social culture, social means by which many live their lives, the beliefs, the patterns, the political parties that they follow and trust. This is, of course, on a worldwide base that this awareness is referring to here. But on a more national level, especially in America, that this will be a year of great upheaval, of great shatterings of those beliefs that have been held by many for so long, especially, of course, the political beliefs. That this awareness would say that this year will be like a roller coaster ride. That the last 2 years, 2017 and 2018, have been like the roller coaster ratcheting up the incline, advancing until it reaches the apex of the dive. And now you are diving down, plunging down into the depths. But it is a roller coaster ride. The whole point of a ride such as a roller coaster is to give great excitement and pleasure. But this is not how all would have it. And there are many who cannot handle the roller coaster ride. In terms of the events that this awareness sees as happening this year, many of those events will shatter the beliefs and opinions held by some very rigidly. It must be this way. As it has been said, there has been 2 years of preparation, and now there is an acceleration as that diving motion takes place. Some would call this the quickening. But the point this awareness would make here is that this is a state of affairs that must now occur, because that which has been hidden for so long is now in public sight. This, of course, started in 2017 with the event that this awareness has referred to as the unzippering of America, when the solar eclipse passed over America from west to east. At that time, an opening occurred that would allow that which was hidden to be exposed and to ooze out and become more and more obvious. This certainly has been taking place, especially over 2018. That is the equivalent of the motion of going up the incline of the roller coaster until the apex is reached. And now, as said, the apex has been reached. The roller coaster has gone over, the train has gone over the apex. And in this plummet, in this quickening of times, there are 2 ways of responding: in absolute fear and terror, or with excitement and anticipation, because this is the part of the ride that is the most exciting. It is also, as said, perhaps for many, the most frightening as well. And that the advice this awareness gives for this year of 2019 is to relax and enjoy the ride. It is imperative that as events happen around you, that you do not get sucked into the vortex, that you do not become overwhelmed by your emotions, by your thoughts, and especially if you are prone to negative thoughts, negative understandings. It is important to realize that what is occurring is the death throes of the deep state, and that this is that which will bring many things forward into full light. It is preparation even for that which is coming, that which will start not in 2019, but in 2020. This would mean that there is a year to go until 2020, but in this year of 2019, there most certainly will be much that is challenging, much that is overwhelming, much that is exciting, and much that will challenge individuals. As the individual having such a journey, this awareness can only say, remember that you are the primary point of focus in your life. It is the perception of events going on around you that often influence and affect how one interprets the events and thus how one lives those events. If you are suckered in and overwhelmed by events, especially those that are lies and deceit, that you will find it most difficult to respond positively to the events that are happening around you. It is the exposure of the lies and deceit that is of primary importance in this year of 2019. For that which has been hidden for so long but has been now exposed over the last 2 years is of such a nature that the ground set that many hold as their ground set, their foundation of life and what life is about, will be shattered, will be dislodged, will be obliterated for some. This would mean that many will feel that they have no grounding, no way of comprehending or understanding what is happening around them. As this happens, the advice this awareness would give is do not panic. Do not go into that place of lostness, of being overwhelmed and lost in the events that are occurring. Step back. Look to your own life. Stabilize that life. Stabilize your life. Hold and know that these are the events that need to occur because of what is coming, and that those who have had power and control for so long are being replaced. They must be first brought down, they must be first exposed, they must be first shown to be who they are. There are many who are involved, but this is a primary step to a new way of being, a new reality, that in an earthquake, it is when you are stuck that damage can be done. If you can be somewhat loose and mobile, that you can ride out the shock waves. It is when you are intransient in your beliefs and attitudes and unwilling to change or look at things different that you will find you are the most challenged of all. If you understand this is the time of the quickening, this is the time of the acceleration of spirit itself as it manifests upon this planet, you will find that you can go along with the shock waves and even enjoy the ride. This year of 2019 certainly will be a challenge for many. But for those who are prepared and ready, this awareness does say that the excitement that you are feeling now is of a nature that indicates you are attuned to the factors of spirit that are playing out now. You are attuned to the inner understanding and awareness that this is that which you have been waiting for some time now. Many have been waiting literally decades for the events to occur that are now taking place. And for those who are the newbies, those who are new to this, you too, may feel this set of events, these circumstances unfolding very profoundly, even if you do not have a historical background behind it. It is not a matter of how long you have been involved. One could say that Donald Trump, for example, has been waiting many decades for this moment, has known for such a long time the nature of the game and who has been playing it and who has been advantaged, and that he is championed at this time for this cause of liberation and freeing of humanity and of America, has had to be very patient indeed over those many decades. And now it is occurring, and he is part of that change, and he is part of that train, that roller coaster train that is on this wild ride. And he is taking many with him on this ride, but he will not choose it for them. Each must choose it for themselves. Each of you must choose for yourself how you will respond and react to the political and social and economic events that are ready to occur in this year of 2019. And that this will be global in nature, for many other nations will be deeply affected by the events that occur in America in this year. And it will launch in many of those countries response. Indeed, this is already seen. Those who are known as the yellow vesters, for example, in France, and other nations who are also adopting the yellow vests, are the groundswell, the ground movement, and the people themselves are now awakening, and the people themselves are now rising up. But with the events in America, spectacular and challenging, overwhelming and perplexing, that the leadership does belong to America at this time, that this year in particular will see the events that happen in America as the catalyst for change, not only in America, but all other nations who are ready for such change, for humanity itself that is ready for change, and for each and every individual who is ready for the change. It has been a long time coming, but it is now here. Enjoy the ride of 2019.